The Chosen One's Journey by DragonWolf12. Ash turned back to Mew. "What should I do with him?" he asked. "Show him what he would have destroyed," she said. "Show him the best of the world, because he's seen nothing but the worst. He must stay with you for 5 years. Afterwards, you must release him if he wants it, but not before." Ash nodded. "I understand. Thank you." "No, thank you," Mew said. "I'll always be your friend." With that, she teleported away. Ash blinked in surprise. "No way," he thought. "Okay, Ash, it's done," Brock said, distracting him from his thoughts. "The machine has healed most of his injuries, but he's still low on energy." Ash nodded. "Let me have him. Now's my best chance to get through to him." Brock merely nodded and handed him the purple and white Pokeball. Taking a deep breath, Ash tossed the Pokeball into the air. "Be ready," he thought to his Pokemon. The Master Ball popped open, and Mewtwo's essence burst from the device to reform right in front of Ash. Even as Mewtwo formed, Ash was pulling his aura into his palm and reaching out to touch the Psychic type. Grabbing onto Mewtwo's arm, Ash released his aura as a pulse into Mewtwo's body and formed an instant empathy bond. Angered at Ash's capture of him, Mewtwo was prepared to murder him the moment he was released. However, he was surprised when a sudden surge of energy and emotion invaded his body. Ash closed his eyes and began pouring all of the love he held for Pokemon into the empathy bond. He could feel all the anger that Mewtwo felt for natural life. He was jealous of natural-born Pokemon, angry that he was denied such and was only created as an experiment. He focused on those feelings and followed them to their source. Flashes of memory began pouring through Ash's mind. Waking up in a large test tube, destroying this island, being tricked into servicing Giovanni, escaping and returning to rebuild New Island. And then suddenly, he found something new that he didn't expect. There was a block in Mewtwo's mind, where memories had been suppressed. Concentrating the immense mental might of 20 minds, Ash bore through the block to release the memories. Images of a little girl and a Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle began flashing through Mewtwo's mind. He sat in shock and awe as forgotten memories invaded his senses. "What is this?" Mewtwo asked in his deep baritone, confusion now radiating from him. "Innocence," Ash said as he experienced the memories with Mewtwo. "All creatures are born with it, even you. It is experience that takes it away." Ash began sharing his own life with Mewtwo, showing him the innocence of his own childhood. All of Ash's other Pokemon started revealing their own memories of their lives after hatching. "Life is wonderful," Ash said, purposefully quoting Amber from Mewtwo's memories. "And you would have destroyed that. But now that's in the past, and you have a chance to start again." "Why would you care?" Mewtwo asked. "I'm just a clone, a copy made in some experiment." "That's not true," Ash said. "It doesn't matter where you come from or how you were created. Our lives are defined by our actions, not the circumstances of our birth." Mewtwo was silent as he contemplated this. Not really having any response, he decided to ask a different question. "How are you connected to the other Pokemon? I can sense a power within you, but I don't understand it." "It's called aura," Ash explained. "It's an energy that permeates all living things. I was born with the ability to manipulate aura, and I've used it to bind all of my Pokemon's auras together with myself. It allows us to share thoughts, emotions, memories, and sometimes power." "And you wish to include me in this bond?" Mewtwo guessed. "I can sense your desires." "Yes," Ash said. "However, it's completely up to you. I cannot force the bond without it falling apart. Both partners must be willing. Even if it were possible, I wouldn't force an aura bond on anyone." "I see," Mewtwo said thoughtfully. "I don't think I'm ready to go through with this bond right now." "I understand," Ash said, and withdrew from Mewtwo's aura. Opening his eyes, Ash looked around and saw that everyone was watching them. Standing up, he turned to talk to them. "Mewtwo is my problem now, and I would appreciate it if you didn't mention this to anyone," he said. "I understand," Nisha said. I doubt anyone would believe me if I did, Ferguson said. But what are we going to do about these clones? Brock asked, pointing towards the Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur clones. They have no experience in the wild, Mewtwo said. I would feel better if they were captured. I can take Blastoise, Misty said immediately. I've always wanted a Charizard, Corey said. And I can take the Venusaur, Nisha finished. Thank you, Mewtwo said. I shall feel better knowing they are in safe hands. Nisha smiled. You can count on us, she said. The three trainers each took out Pokeballs and tossed them at the clone Pokemon. Each sphere impacted against the Pokemon and sucked them in. All three were instant captures. Now that is finished, I shall transport you to the mainland, Mewtwo said. His eyes started glowing, and everyone vanished in a flash of blue light.